I want to thank everyone for coming when we talk about why juvenile offenders should receive harsher sentences. Juvenile sentencing is lenient towards juveniles over adults. They receive softer sentences. Juveniles are sent to placement, such places as Ozark Guidance Center, which is a rehab and rehabilitation, Vista Health, which is counseling for suicidal tendencies and mental illness, Piney Point, which is a juvenile sexual offender placement, and Division of Youth Services, which is juvenile prison. Counseling, instead of serving time, is what juveniles get, but most of the time they don't serve a lot of time. The average stay in the Benton County Juvenile Detention Center here in Bentonville, Arkansas, the average stay is 4 days. Offenders receiving softer sentencing than adults with severe crime, the average stay, like I said, is 4 days. In September of 1999, a juvenile by the name of Justin killed his father with a crossbow. Justin was then, at age 14, sent to Division of Youth Services for 3 years. After those 3 years, he was released. Another lenient soft sentence was a Mitchell Johnson at age 13, using a rifle fired on a Jonesboro middle school, killing 4 juveniles and 1 teacher. Mitchell received 7 years and was released. In 2007, Justin Trammell was pulled over in a van. After the van was searched, there was a loaded firearm found and a controlled substance. The passenger of the vehicle was Mitchell Johnson, the Jonesboro shooter. They had met in DYS and when got released became roommates. Another reason juveniles need to receive harsher sentencing is they're viewed by their age, not by their crime. New York Times wrote that juveniles in juvenile detention centers using shackles and cuffs, it was hard for them to transport them to court because they weren't able to drink their milk. In May of 2010 in Rogers, Arkansas, Benton County juvenile detention worker, a female, was transporting a male resident to a doctor's appointment who was shackled and cuffed. As she assisted the juvenile in removing his seatbelt, the juvenile began to choke her and bang her head up against the cage inside the car. After a short struggle, it ended outside of the car, where the juvenile fled from the scene and was actually caught by a citizen. The conclusion of these points are juveniles usually receive placement other than such sentences that need to be have. Juveniles are released after short sentences, 4-day average, such as in the Mitchell Johnson and the Justin Trammell case. Again, Justin Trammell only received 3 years for shooting his father, and Mitchell Johnson only received 7 years for 5 deaths. These few points show why juveniles should receive harsher sentencing. Thank you.